And South Australia is throwing its support behind a national standard for hazard reduction after the Prime Minister flagged the need for greater accountability.
Let's go live now to our political reporter, Eliza Edwards. Premier Stephen Marshall was on the program just a little earlier. He'll be looking through whether enough burns were carried out in places like Kangaroo Island, whether the rules need to change.
Yeah, exactly right, Laura, saying that really everything, all the burns took place within the guidelines and that farmers really couldn't have done more, but flagging the need for a review to see if those guidelines need to be shifted and that more needs to be done. He also said it could be a good option to formalise a national standard to ensure that all states are accountable for the burning that's taking place.
Look, I certainly think that we need to be doing our hazard reduction before the fire season each year. That was the case on Kangaroo Island with all the prescribed burns and the coal burns, as I understand it, were completed. That hasn't always been the case, but it certainly was the case in the lead up to this fire season. And I think we do need to be sure. Every state needs, well, I think has an obligation to make sure that those prescribed burns and coal burns are done in accordance with the plan.
And Eliza, there's another twist in the sports rorts scandal after claims Bridget McKenzie approved a grant for a gun club that she's a member of without disclosing that.
Yeah, that's right, Pete. The latest twist in this saga, Bridget McKenzie is continuing to dig in over the allocation of the $100 million sports fund. Today, the Nine newspapers report she gave close to $36,000 to the Wangaratta Gun Club for the installation of new toilets and facilities, and she didn't actually disclose that she was a full fee-paying member. Now, despite the fact that this isn't a good look, senior government ministers like Greg Hunt are continuing to back her in.
The outcome of Senator McKenzie's involvement and decisions and deliberations was to increase the percentage of grants in ALP seats from 26 to 34%, and I suspect that most people have not been made aware of that, and that would surprise them. For example, you see in Anthony Albanese's seat, the Dawn Fraser pool received funding. He welcomed that, strongly welcomed that as something which was assisting and supporting his community.
So further pressure on Bridget McKenzie here, Laura and Pete, and Labor likely to jump on this latest development today.